Hey everyone, HowBuild here, and today we're going to learn how to create an old film look. This consists of a bunch of different filters that all come together at the end. Oh yeah, and this was a street performer I captured in a foreign country. Beforehand, I'd like to say if you are an owner of FXLab Pro or Composite Lab Pro for FXhome, click the link in the description to get this preset and this preset for free that I made, so let's get to work. Right now, we are showing you all the filters that are used. I'm currently using a program called FXlab Pro. No, this will definitely work for Final Cut Express and Final Cut Pro. It will also work for Adobe After Effects, I'm pretty sure, because it's a pretty complex program. So let me go over the filters that I'm using first to create this aged look. The first one is an ambient light filter. In Final Cut Express, which I'm going to be referring back to a lot, the ambient light would be used in the color correction. It's on the color wheel that's inside the Final Cut color corrector. Next is posterize, which is has its own section in the stylized section of Final Cut Express. Noise, which also has its own section in its the stylized section of Final Cut Express. A color balance, red, green, and blue, which again is in the color correction tab in the video filters of Final Cut Express, contrast and brightness. Desaturation, which is found on your color corrector. So you're going to have to open up another color corrector just to do the desaturation. And lastly, a small ambient light filter, which means you're going to have to open up 3 color correctors. So let's start on the top. For an ambient light, I am actually using as close as I could find a sepia, if anything. And here's how it looks on the color wheel. I'm not sure if you can really see. It's just below the red. It's in between the red and the orange/yellowish. I put the ambient lighting on about 0.5%, a little less than 0.5%, and in the case that you're using this on Final Cut Express, I just experiment. Next is posterize, and I just went up 1 to make it look more aged and not like a new HD digital camcorder. The noise I added about to 0.21, which is good. Color balance, red, green, and blue. I increased the red filter quite a bit. This is probably the one I increased the most. Green I pushed back, and blue I pushed forward just below the red line. Contrast and brightness. This is where you really get that aged look. Brightness you can turn down. For contrast, if you're going for a film look, you turn the contrast up and you turn the brightness down. However, if you turn the contrast and the brightness down, the contrast gives the video in the picture a bit of a flatter look. For desaturation, let's move the saturation bar to the way left. Ambient lighting. This is the one I use the least. This is just a straight red color that I'm using, and I'm using a very little bit of it. That's basically how I would create old film look, and then I just add some letter boxes on the top and bottom. So that is how I create the old film look.